Now, if you're not involved in the world of YouTube or online entertainment in general, odds are you only know Logan Paul because of his controversial video posted years ago. After growing a massive following alongside his brother on Vine, the Paul brothers Jake and Logan transitioned onto YouTube, growing their subscription count to the tens of millions, all while becoming some of the biggest YouTubers on the planet at the time. Although controversial at times, it seems the two brothers were doing everything right until their worlds came crashing down. Jake would act in ways living up to his self-proclaimed nickname of the problem child, losing sponsorships and his Disney show, while Logan, well, he'd take a step back from YouTube altogether after dealing with one of the worst cancellations I've seen to date. Potentially the worst. And still, after all Logan has been through, he's still fighting one of the best boxers of all time and likely making tens of millions of dollars to do so. Today on IO, we gotta talk about Logan Paul. Smash that like button if you're feeling spicy like me. And let's go. Now, over the years, Logan Paul truly has done all he could to turn a new chapter. Unlike Jake, it seems Logan truly is trying to clean up his image, not be seen as always stirring the pot, and overall just making headlines for being controversial. It seems Jake hasn't grown out of that phase, but truth be told, it appears although the general public's opinion on Logan is starting to change, Jake is digging himself a deeper hole. With that being said, it appears to be working for them both. Jake is constantly making headlines, getting into boxing matches with former UFC fighters, and has Dana White, the president of one of the biggest sports on the planet right now, talking about him. Jake is clearly playing his cards right. Then you got Logan, who just secured a fight against Floyd Mayweather, a goal pro boxers spend their entire careers trying to achieve. Logan did it with just one fight under his belt, a loss at that, against another YouTuber at that. As I've been saying, love them or hate them, they're clearly doing something right here. The fact that I'm even making this video is proof they're doing something right, as is the fact that you're watching it. It's like a train wreck, you can't look away. But for Logan, it appears things really are changing for the better. He hasn't been involved in many controversies since his big one, and it seems even when people do try to bash him, they're really reaching. Even during his face-off with Floyd Mayweather just days prior to the fight, there were no shenanigans. They stood face to face, talked smack to each other, almost kissed, and that was it. Standard fight stuff, guys, don't question it. As we know, the first time they faced off, there was the little scuffle with Jake getting into Floyd's face, grabbing his hat, and running off. It seems evident that Jake is making a brand and name for himself being unpredictable and wild, while Logan is making a name for himself doing quite the opposite, trying to prove to the world he's grown out of his old ways and is becoming more of a non-controversial, legitimate entertainer. Not to say that he wasn't a legitimate entertainer before, but rather than making headlines for stirring the pot, well, he's creating headlines just for making good entertainment. Prime example is fighting Floyd Mayweather without insulting his family and background, the way Jake tried to taunt McGregor into a fight, which clearly didn't work. Now, that's not to say that Logan is perfect and Jake is always causing problems. Logan has definitely done things in the past, and even recently, that has caused outrage. Most recently, Logan and his brother were seen driving on a beach where sea turtles are known for laying their eggs. Not a good look. But it seems for the most part, Logan isn't doing these things on a regular basis to cause problems. Over the years, I think it's become quite obvious which direction each brother is headed. Logan is leaning more toward the friendly, less controversial, and not so much by the book, but more legitimate route, whereas Jake is playing the villain role. They both know what they're doing, and it's working very well. Logan's manager, Jeff Levin, spoke with Bloomberg explaining, I quote, "It will be one of the most viewed events of the year, if not boxing history. Logan is all about entertainment. He's wanted to be the biggest entertainer. Sports is another form of entertainment for him. It's very calculated. And rather than treat this as they would any regular boxing match, there's a lot of hype and promo for it, because, as his manager mentioned, he's an entertainer. Win or lose, I doubt Logan is going to give boxing a full-time go, because why would he? He's having fun and making a lot of money fighting big names once a year. Why put yourself in harm's way if you don't need to?" Now, I can't guarantee he's making tens of millions, but I could guarantee you right now his purse is going to be very big, maybe percentages of the pay-per-view. And for this fight, Logan is going to be sponsored by Atari and announced he partnered with a cryptocurrency, which will also sponsor him. He alluded more information about the crypto will come after the fight. Clearly, this kid is making moves. In another interview, Jake said he's made way more boxing than doing anything else. I quote, "And that's been the case a while now." And you guys may say that, based on this video, I love Logan and I hate Jake, but that's not the case at all. I'm simply saying it like it is. At the end of the day, guys, this is just business. It's just entertainment. And the Paul brothers truly are two of the best at what they do. As Jake explained himself, I quote, "It's all a game. It's show business. There's a way to play it. And that's all it is." So when Jake says he's gonna beat up Conor McGregor, we talk about it. Or Logan and Floyd Mayweather box in an exhibition boxing match with no judges or official winners, we're still going to watch it. Why? We know it won't be that competitive, but we watch it. Because as entertainers, these guys are doing what they gotta do, regardless of how you feel about them. Put simply, you shouldn't be mad at Logan or Jake for having a platform, because at the end of the day, the people watching them, regardless if it's to see them win or get knocked out, are the reason they have that platform in the first place. They're just playing into it all. Now, as always, guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one down below. If this is a true boxing match, I really don't think Logan gets past the first round. Floyd may be small in comparison, but he's one of the best to do it. like ever. Logan hasn't grown up boxing. It's not how he feeds his family or built his empire. Yet, at least, because apparently boxing is where it's at now. So if any YouTubers are down to get a fake rivalry going, you know, get in the ring and pow, pow, pow. That's not how I throw punches, guys, just to clarify. That's me setting it up. So when someone challenges me, they play that video of me going like this, going, oh, look at him. He sucks. He doesn't have box. You don't know anything about me, my boxing skills. Let's go right now. 1v1 me, bro. You won't, because we'll make money doing it. That's right. Any YouTubers, this is the official challenge. I've challenged people before. No one ever responds. It's like, you're afraid of these hands. I'm not gonna hit you that hard. I just wanna make some money. You can hit me too. We'll hit each other. It's all about the money, folks. Entertainment. That's the business I'm in. Entertainment. All right. Hopefully that pitch gets some challengers going here. Let us know your thoughts down below. For now, let's do some comment replies from the video. Top 10 creepy TikToks you should not watch before going to bed. And let me just say, majority of you guys watch this one before bed for some reason. Excuse me said, me watching this before going to sleep. Chuckles, I'm in danger. It's literally in the title. They're not even scary like jump scares. I watched those videos and I just felt so uneasy. Especially the pig one. The guy in like the pink paint with the ears, and then he puts his face in the bean. Like, what? The image is still in my head. Michelle Sutton said, this makes me happy that I'm not on TikTok, because my goodness, SMFH, which stands for shake my friggin' head, but the F stands for something else, which, you know, I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I'll be honest, I wanna get on TikTok. I think I would do well on TikTok, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. I want to just make films and TVs. I want to be in films and TVs. I don't want to actually make the film and TV. I want to be on the screen inside, like in Zoolander. It's inside the computer. Villanelle said, Jared, honey, you talk as fast as you need to. People could always slow their videos down. We all appreciate how hard you're working. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you, Villanelle. I'm a fast talker, like I said. I try to slow it down. I'm in the studio now, thankfully, so the text is like, wait, like when I tell you guys the screen that I'm looking at is probably like 10 times the size of my iPhone. Like one word here is about half the size of my screen on my phone when I'm reading at home. So I could talk a lot slower here because I could actually read what I'm seeing, which I'm not even reading anything right now. I'm looking directly down the camera. There's no script. This is me just spitballing. So I'm gonna shut up now. All right, guys, I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. Love you lots. Call me Pepper, not Jared Bronstein. That guy died years ago. Okay, bye. Mwah.